Hey guys, today I'll be explaining to you like what do you really do, let's say when your abusive ex starts dating your friend. This is a very challenging one. So let's say you have this best friend, and then of course because someone is your best friend you expect them to be there for you or to be by your side all the time with the ups and the downs. And then you realize that once you leave the relationship you might realize that actually your best friend was probably sleeping with your ex. And then to make it even worse, let's say a few years later they end up getting married, and your ex, like your best friend, knows that this person is abusive, and then they end up getting married, and then you're there like, oh, that's huge. How do you deal with this? Actually, that's when actually you start realizing that everything has to start with you. Yes, you'll feel betrayed by by your best friend, and you're also still betrayed by your ex. But ultimately, it all comes down to you. And the best thing to do is to now see that that best friend you thought was your best friend as well. There are two options. They might have also been manipulated, because these toxic people are actually very manipulated to the point that they can persuade even your best friend to be with them, because they may tell your best friend that actually you are the one who was abusive, and they might your best friend may even believe them because they really know how to use their words. The other thing is also you now start to realize that actually maybe you didn't have a best friend, maybe you were just dependent on one another. So instead of beating yourself up or even trying to convince your best friend like, hey, what happened, or trying to win them over, because you might really try to win your best friend over because yeah, they were your best friends, so why not try to win them over, or why not convince them to leave the relationship because they're abusive? No, that will not happen. They'll even just see you as the crazy one who wants to ruin a good relationship. So instead of focusing on them, come back to you. Yes, you are feeling a lot of pain, a lot of feeling of betrayal. It's like a double betrayal now. But if you come back to you, you'll realize that actually, if you keep carrying this burden, they'll be winning in quotes, because it will mean that you are the only one. Them, they're enjoying their life in quotes, like they're enjoying their life. They look like they're enjoying their life. They might be going for a honeymoon and something, and then here you are still writhing in pain. You are still grieving. So instead of focusing on them, it's better for you to allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to really feel these emotions, to process these emotions, because with that, you will find something else which is even better than the relationship you are in. You will find inner peace, like deep inner peace, which is very rare actually to find it, because you always want to look for this peace in outside, like in relationships, in outside things. But if you just come back to yourself and really face this pain, you will get to the point where you will have inner peace. And as you have this inner peace, you will also get to the point where you will now see everything around you, not from just your own perspective, but also from the perspective of the other people. Like you'll start developing this feeling of compassion towards them. Instead of you hating them, you may get to the point where you're like, actually, this world is just full of manipulative people, and it's also full of good people who are being manipulated, and it's just what it is. But for you, what you can do is to just look at yourself, look at your pain, deal with your pain. So you do not face this betrayal by confronting them, or by talking about it, or by sharing to everyone about what your best friend did, what they did. It's just more of dealing with the pain. The pain is the only true measure of what's really happening in your life. If you're really feeling angry, that's where healing is. It's not in them. It's not in isolating yourself from all the friends, or now looking at friends in a suspicious way. It's in you dealing with the pain. It's in you healing this pain. And then you'll find that you'll start attracting better friendships. You'll start maybe to realize that maybe your best friend was not that much of a best friend. So it's painful and it's very hard, but you can still overcome it, because the pain is in you. The pain is not in them. Hope you found that informative, guys. Until next time, have a nice day.